smart enough to know if they were key guys?
Nothing major. Nothing major. We're doing okay.
How'd day 2 practice go today, Coach?
I think good. I think we've had 2 good practices. The guys have worked hard. We're not game sharp right now, but I think we're getting some good things done. So it's a process. I think at least we're pushing forward.
Can you tell us a little bit about George, the message he delivered, what he's meant to you?
George, as I said to our team, when I first learned about George, it was from Bob McDougall, who's kind of a legendary coach in Chicago. He's his coach at College of DePage, and Bob said he's one of the most tremendous young men he's ever coached. Just an outstanding person, and I had an awful lot of fun with George when he was at our place in the late '80s. He had a great career on the field, was an excellent player, but more importantly, he's one of the greatest young men I've ever been around, and he's gone on done very well. Certainly, being a captain now in law enforcement down here. But I thought he delivered a great message just about choices that you make in life and things you should think about before you do things. So, but most importantly, he's walked the walk. He gave a nice talk, but he's walked the walk, and just a great role model.
The rain hit you guys. I wasn't here, but did the rain hit you guys at all yesterday?
No. We had doom and gloom report this morning in our staff meeting that we were going to get a ½ inch to an inch, and I was informed that the water doesn't get absorbed here, but as you can see, it was a beautiful day, so kind of got the contrary.
Intensity-wise at practice is something where you start off super intense and then taper off, or you start off kind of relaxed and just get your feet wet and then dial up the intensity as you go on?
No, we've been in a work mode, and we were before we came down. We had 4 pretty heavy practices in Iowa City, and then these 2 are pretty heavy, and then we'll give the guys a day to recover tomorrow, and then kind of start to get in our game week procedure. So we'll taper back a little bit next week.
Michigan State and Wisconsin have a good core of running backs. Does Missouri give you about as deep a running back group as you face this season? I know Wisconsin and Michigan State.
Yeah, it's a very different attack. Certainly, I think Wisconsin, if you look at the yardage that their backs have gained, but that's what they do. And Missouri spreads it around. They got a lot of people involved in their offensive production, and their preference is to throw the football. But if you're not defending the run, it can really hurt you. So. It's a challenge, and they use a lot of different guys to carry the ball.
A lot of reporters down here have been asking about Ricky Stanzi's numbers, and they don't translate fine numbers to great victories.
Yeah, he's really had a good season, and it's no big surprise he's had a good season. The thing I'd say about wins and losses, a lot of people involved. It takes not just offense, defense, special teams. There are a lot of things that go into winning and losing games, and quarterback performance is certainly important, but it's not the only story.
But he's kept a wonderful line on things.
Yes, he's been that way through good, bad, thick and thin. He's always been that way, and he's a tremendous young man. He's had a great career, and it'd be great to see him go out on a real positive note.
And a pleasure to coach.
Pretty easy to coach, Bob. Yeah, he's a hard worker and just really works at it intelligently.
Yeah. See a guy who might see in the Senior Bowl, that type of deal?
Yeah, I think he's got a good shot at that, actually. In fact,
that's a big deal.
We have 3 players invited to the game.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, we're really pleased about that. We just recently found out Ricky's involved, and Adrian and Christian as well, Ballard. So we've got 2 D linemen, and Ricky's been invited.
Can you talk about your experience in the NFL? That's a big deal. It's a big NFL event.
And it's a job interview for the players.
Basically,
that's what it is. It's a job interview, and I think I'm pretty accurate in saying I think all the guys that have gone down from our program have really improved their status, and but you have to go down with the right attitude. It's not it's not wait to get to your watch and all that stuff for the gift bag and whatever they give those guys. It's a week of work.
It's an intense scouting.
Close scrutiny from the entire league, and then certainly the staff that coaches that team. I was involved in one of those. It just gives you a real nice insight into the players. You learn a lot about them.
Overall, you've had a real good record.
Yeah, I think most of our guys go down with the right attitude, and it's like the combine. You gotta go in with your game face on and be ready to go.
So Mitch, and I know Mitch was down there, and
we've had a lot of guys.
I'm sorry.
Hodge, you go right down the list. Yeah.
Was Gallery in that?
Gallery didn't go.
He didn't have to go.
Yeah, if you're a top 5 pick, usually you don't go.
Right. Is that a sign of success for you guys? When you get that.
Oh, yeah, it
or
means
just
timing. Done a good job. Yeah, that means the players have done a good job, and that's being an NFL prospect is a byproduct of having a good career. You know,
Right.
we're more focused on guys having a good career, and if they're big enough, fast enough, talented enough, they'll get that opportunity. But yeah, it's just a byproduct. It means they've done things well for a long period of time.